On Cruise In, presented by Cruisin' Times Magazine, we have the ultimate Lamaze class.
It's a project that I use to keep me at home to help her with the pregnancies.
How'd that work out for you?
My wife Karen has been involved in this from day one.
Well, looks like it worked out well for you. Welcome back to Cruise In, presented by Cruisin' Times Magazine.
I actually purchased this car the same week that I found out that my wife was pregnant. And it's a project that I use to keep me at home to help her with the pregnancy. So now that my daughter is older, she's fully involved in both of our cars.
Tell us about the work you did to get it to the condition today.
Well, when I first got it, it was just a rolling shell, nothing, no front end, just had quarter panels on it. I completely redid the whole thing. Small block 406 at first, and then I gravitated to an LS2, cast iron LS2.
Well, while we're talking about the engine, tell us about it.
There's a lot of custom brackets that I custom made myself. It's, of course, the LS motors have never been big on looks, but I decided that I was going to make an LS look good.
What are some of the brackets you did?
Oh, actually took the coil packs off the valve cover and extended them up. I also made billet covers to block to cover up my fuel injectors, so you don't see any wires or anything.
Right.
It's all smooth, so you see very few wires.
Were there any surprise body problems?
Well, yes. We found out that when I bought the car, it had new quarters on it, but we had no idea that the person put a tack weld every 3 inches, and it had an 1/8 inch gap from the rear tail all the way to the side door. We found out when Frank was sanding on it, and there was a gap, 1/8 inch gap the entire way, filled in with mud.
Beautiful paint job. Who did that?
It's actually a PPG, it's a custom mix. It's a PPG from their PPG Vibrance line. So what we did is we've got about 4 pearls and 2 candies in here, all mixed together. So it's easy to repaint. It's not a 3-stage paint. We actually had a series of swatches, and we just kept going, and none of them looked the way we wanted it to, so we add a little more pop, and that's where the candy comes in. No decals, it's all painted. We wanted to be different, so when this thing is in the sun or in the shade, it completely flips, so it's different. I'm getting a lot of people who love it.
Take us through the interior.
Actually, it's a 2006 GTO interior, leather. I didn't want to go just black because because of the color scheme of the car. I wanted something that would fit with the color. So it's black with a walnut insert.
Oh,
and that follows through to the trunk as well. That trunk is a custom trunk that I've done myself. All of the panels on the car has been done by myself in my garage, and came out pretty good.
The stance looks good. Give us the wheel combo here.
Well, I've got 17-inch, 17 by 8 and 17 by 10 Boyd Coddington Junkyard Dogs on it with the Nitto 555 racing tires. I've been on the road and haven't had any problems.
Did you always want a Chevelle? Did you always, what was your...
When I was little, I actually owned Mopars. I had a 73 Charger, and I had lifted Jeeps and trucks, 44-inch tires on them. And then I decided to go to muscle car, and this is the first one I saw.
You know, your whole family's involved in this. We haven't mentioned your wife yet.
My wife Karen has been involved in this from day one. She fully supports my hobby. She's actually helped me restore a lot of the parts. Because they were all rusted, she helped me with sandblasting a lot of parts in my booth. And then I would refinish them after I get them from her. So I've got pictures of her. She's sitting there, she's pregnant, and she's doing her thing, but she loves it.